Welcome to all of you in Sankalpa Education Pratham classes. I am Sachin Patil, delivered lecture series in mechanical properties of fluids, inside which we are going with a fluid at rest, and the branch of physics, the branch of physics deals with properties of fluids at rest is called hydrostatics. That means the branch which going with the properties of fluids at rest, then this branch is called as a hydrostatic. That means we have to consider the fluid when it is taken as a rest condition. At that time you will get the one branch which study that rest condition of fluid is nothing but hydrostatics, having the some properties of fluid at hydrostatics. So first property related to that one is nothing but a pressure. And we know that the pressure, first property related to that one, having the definition, and we know that the force exert fluid at rest exert pressure, exert force at a contact surface. That means when a fluid is in contact with a container, at that time the wall of container and fluid are in contact, there will be a production of force. That means pressure is nothing but force which is acting at the contact of surface and fluid, where they are contact with each other. Their force is exerted, and this force provides a pressure, and therefore pressure can be defined as the normal force F exerted by fluid at rest per unit surface area. You can say it is a capital A of contact is called pressure. It is denoted by P here, and therefore you will get the pressure P is equal to force F, the normal force F exerted by fluid at rest. Fluid, when it is surface in a rest condition, at that time the force exerted by that fluid per unit surface area, that means A, at the contact, it is called a pressure, and therefore P is equal to F divided by A is here. And this is your force. Now object having the small now we will get the forces which is acting on the surfaces, and according to consideration fluids exert pressure, what you can say, pressure force on vertical surface as well as horizontal surface is there. Thus fluid exerts a force on a vertical surface as well as a horizontal surface, and therefore you will get the consideration of this is nothing but like that one. You will take the consideration of this one surface is here, and force acting on this is in this direction, force and another force, it is acting in this direction. That means force is acting on that area in horizontal one. It is a horizontal one, and you will get the also force acting on the surface in this way. That means you will get the force which is acting vertical one. This is a force in both side. You will get the horizontal as well as vertical concentration is here. That means it is a horizontal surface, and it is a vertical surface, and therefore you will get the force which is acting on the surface, which is in a vertical surface as well as a horizontal surface, and fluid exert those forces on the area A. At that time you will get the pressure which is exerted on the surface. Now you have to get the concentration, or it is the most important one. Object having small weight can exert high pressure if its weight act on small surface. What does it mean? For example, let us consider object having small weight on can exert high pressure if its weight act on a small surface. We can consider here, let us consider for example 10 Newton acting on 1 centimeter square. Thus therefore thus pressure of 10 Newton on 1 centimeter square is 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square is here. 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square is here. How it is calculated? We know that the 10 Newton it is a force and 1 centimeter square is the area, and therefore you will get the concentration of pressure is equal to force divided by area. Pressure is equal to force divided by area. That means 10 divided by 1 centimeter. It is 10 Newton and centimeter square. First of all, we have to convert that centimeter square into meter square. We know that the centimeter is converted into meter. At that time you will get the 10 raised to minus 2 is here, and square is there. Therefore we will get the concentration of 10 Newton divided by 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. And once again I am repeating here, centimeter is converted into meter. You can move in two places, and therefore 10 raised to minus 2 meter is 1 centimeter, and here is a square, and therefore 10 raised to minus 4 meter square is here. This 10 raised to minus 4 is taking on the numerator. At that time you will get the 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square is here. Similarly, if 10 Newton acting on 1 meter square, then pressure is equal to 10 Newton per meter square. What does it mean? If both the forces are same, but those forces acting in a different surface area. If surface area is small, at that time you will get the large pressure, and if surface area is large, then you will get the small pressure is here. That means when object having small weight can exert high pressure if its weight acting on the small surface. When we use the small surfaces here, small surface is taken, at that time you will get the high pressure, and large surface is there, then at that time you will get the pressure is low here. Thus SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square. And here you will get the consideration of 1 Newton per meter square is equal to 1 Pascal. 1 Pascal. And it is a PA. It is denoted as a PA. And therefore 1 Newton per meter square is equal to 1 Pascal is there. And the dimension of pressure is equal to m raised to 1, L raised to minus 1 and T raised to minus 2 is here. And those are the consideration. And pressure is a scalar quantity. Similarly, you can get the different similarly pressure of gas measured in bar and torr is there. These are the two different units which is used to measure the pressure of gas. And 1 bar, and here 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. As well as you will get the consideration of 1 hectopascal. Pascal is nothing but 1 HPA. 1 HPA is equal to 100 Pascal is there. 100 Pascal is there. Those are the different units related to the pressure. Pressure can be measured. Pressure has the SI unit is a Newton per meter square, and 1 Newton per meter square is called as a 1 Pascal. And the dimension of that pressure is m raised to 1, L raised to minus 1, T raised to minus 2 is there. And pressure is considered as a scalar quantity. And gas pressure of a gas can be measured in the bar or torr. And 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square, and 1 hectopascal is nothing but 100 Pascal is there. And those are the considerations related to pressure when exerted on the small area. And when it is exerted on the greater area, you will get the consideration of when force is exerted on the small area, at that time it create a large pressure. And when force is exerted on a small area, then it create a small pressure is there. And this is your consideration related to pressure. And this is the first property of fluid at rest condition. And it is having a different consideration, and it is a hydrostatic property related to your fluid, because when a fluid is considered at rest, at that time you will get the branch of physics which deals with that property is nothing but a hydrostatic property. And pressure is one of the property from that fluid at rest, and which is having definition is force per unit surface area. And you will get the different units related to that pressure, and you will get the consideration of Pascal, bar, torr, and so on. When pressure of a gas is considered, at that time bar and torr is considered. 1 bar is nothing but a 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square, and 1 hectopascal is nothing but a 100 Pascal. And those are the different units related to the pressure. If you like that video, please subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get the next notification related to that lecture series on mechanical properties of fluids. Thank you.